Call Allah Milali Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this doctrine to push forth to the hopeful elect Akim Wa'akwaf as we wait for deliverance and work, and we do the work of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Get up out of here, Babylon the Great. I'm the brother Asharban Yasharala, coming at you with a lesson, and I just happened to type in reprobate mind. I was just quick little Google search, man, and literally 4 precepts came up, okay? 4 precepts, and I'm gonna read it. Romans chapter 1 verse 28, and even as they did not like to retain Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in their knowledge, power gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Okay, and see, that knowledge that they supposed to retain is the knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the truth, man. They didn't want to receive that, because when you deny Yahweh Shai in the gospel, you denying the Heavenly Father himself, man. Let me get that precept. I have it set up. John chapter 7 and verse 16. Okay, and it says, Yahweh Shai answered them, my doctrine is not mine, but he that sent me. But his that sent me. I'm going to start again. John chapter 7 and verse 16. Yahweh Shai answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. Right? My doctrine. He's talking about his doctrine of Yahweh Shai. The doctrine that he has is of him, but it belongs to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Okay? But his that sent me. Let me go to the chapter. Let me go to the chapter and scroll up. Now I'm going to start at, what's a good verse to start at? You know what? I'm going to just start from the top, right? It says, I'm going to start from the top. Verse 1. John chapter 7, verse 1. After these things, Yahweh Shai walked into Galilee, for he would not walk in Jewry, because the Jews sought to kill him. The Jews is pertaining to the southern kingdom, if I'm not mistaken. Just the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? He would not walk in Jewry, right? Meaning he didn't walk after their ways just to try to hide himself, right? He didn't try to look like them. Now the Jews' feast of tabernacle was at hand. His brethren therefore said unto him, depart hence, go into Judea, that thy disciples may also see the works that thou doest. For there is no man that doeth anything in secret, and he seeketh himself to be known openly. If thou do those things, show thyself to the world. For neither did his brethren believe in him. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, my time is not yet come, but your time is always ready. Right? The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil. Go ye up unto this feast. I go not up yet unto this feast, for my time is not yet full come. What was that? The fulfillment of the law, his sacrifice. See, his sacrifice wasn't there yet, and on top of that, his time where he comes back and he delivers. Okay, that time is not yet come. Talking about the day of the Lord, when he comes back and he delivers Israel. Okay, now let me scroll down to. Now, about the midst of, scroll down to, 15. Because the people, a couple of verses up, they were like kind of just murmuring and whispering about. But verse 15, and the Jews marveled, saying, how knoweth this man letters, having never learned? Meaning, who taught this guy? Who was his teachers? Who was his elders? Right? Where did he get this doctrine from? Right? Because Yahweh Shai was divinely, Yahweh Shai is the son of the Most High, Yahweh. right? And he says, how shall I answer unto them? My doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. So when you deny the doctrine, the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, when you deny the doctrine of Yahushua, Paul's writings, etc., etc., you get handed over to the mind of a reprobate. That's my point, right? You get handed over to the mind, to a reprobate mind. You doing things which is not convenient. What is one of those things that's not convenient? Denying the doctrine, right? Being a blasphemer. That's what that is, right? Next verse, if any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of Yahweh or whether I speak of myself. You see, if any man do his will, he should know of the doctrine. The doctrine of what? Of what? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? He that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory, but he that seeketh his glory that sent him, the same is true, and no unrighteousness in him. Did not Moses give you the law, and yet none of you keepeth the law? Why go ye about to kill me? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go back to reprobate mind, the mind of a reprobate, and Romans 1 verse 28. Even as they did not like to retain that doctrine, right? Retain Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with unrighteousness. Okay, they not upright. Okay, wickedness. What's the opposite of righteousness? Is wickedness. Unrighteousness is just another word for wickedness. Well, unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness. You covet the things of the world, right? Maliciousness, right? You have malicious intent. You full of envy, murder. Okay, debate. You want to debate people. Yo, Great Millstone is not in the spirit of debate. We tell you the message. We give you the doctrine, and we keep moving. Okay, malignity. Let's define malignity. Let's look that up. Evil nature. Evil in nature or effect. Malevolent. Malignity. Right? Whispers. Okay. Right? A person who whispers. Right? You talk low behind people. Backbiters. Right? Haters of Yahweh. Meaning you. What's the precept where he that had the love of the world don't have to have the love of the Father in him, roughly paraphrasing, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things. What does it sound like? Okay? I mean, if you don't keep this doctrine, right? You're gonna become all of those things, right? Without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, right? Unappeasable, meaning you never satisfied. What is Esau Edom? Right? That implacable means unappeasable. Meaning you can't be satisfied. Nothing will appease you. Nothing will satisfy you. Right? When nothing satisfies you, right? You what? You want more and more and more that you want to take over everything. That's Esau Edom right there. But Jake follows after that, man. In the last verse, who knowing the judgment of Yahweh, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them, man. Okay, not only do you do those things, but you like it, you don't mind it, you condone it, right? You condone it, okay? Because when you take away the doctrine of Yahweh Shai, you taking away from the whole thing, man. I'm about to get Revelation chapter 22 verse 18. This what happens, man. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the book of plagues that are written in his book. Damn, the book of plagues. Okay, meaning them curses gonna come about you, right? Them judgments, them plagues, And if any man shall take a words away from the words of the Salakia, Revelation chapter 22, verse 19. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city. Meaning you're not gonna be one of the elect. You're not gonna be one of the elect. But the elect are predestined from the beginning, and from the things which are written in this book. Okay. So I say that to say when you take away see, look, a fool's lips, that Proverbs 18:6, a fool's lips enter into contention, his mouth calleth for strokes. You know what I mean? See, and you end up getting that Deacon Hakah spirit. You end up getting that guerrilla Hebrew spirit. Okay? They went wayward. And that's why they going through everything they going through right now, because they took away from the word. And what happened? What happened? Let me go back. Romans chapter 1, verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Gave them over to a reprobate mind. Let's define reprobate. Rogue. Right? A person that's rogue, he goes his own direction. He's unprincipled. Right? So anyway, with that, I want to say, I hope you all were edified. And, Tawadi Habashim Shah, forgive me the spirit to do this video. And until next time, Adawan Ratazah. On to the next one. Shalom.